Anime originals got to be one of my favorite genders. Think of all the greats: Code Geass, Cowboy Bebop, Boku no Pico, that one depressed people really like. When you see an anime original, you know that you're in for a ride. One that usually crashes and burns with a terrible ending. Anime originals are uncommon for many reasons. There's no pre-existing fan base, it costs lots of time, money, and don't boost the sales of any source material. However, this didn't stop two men with a dream to make a magical girl anime that was more accessible to the general anime fan. So who else would they ask to write their story other than Gen Urabuchi, nicknamed Ura Butcher due to many of his works having lots of gore, tragic plot twists, and dark themes.
Gin, we need a dark story about suffering like you did with Fate Zero.
I am sorry. I am a changed man. No more of my characters will suffer.
What if they were children?
Fuck children! He was in, and what we got was nothing less than a work of art. The themes, art style, animation. When she said it's Madoka time and they started magicaing all over the place, it was hype. The anime was revolutionary for the magical girl genre, because unlike every other anime at the time, the main character actually ate the toast instead of running with it in their mouth like an idiot. Now, let me give you a satire synopsis to help you remember the anime, and if you haven't seen it in the 12 years it's been out, congratulations, you probably have a life. Madoka is just a regular middle school girl. She has a kind heart, goes to an oddly white school, and has a weird ass bathroom with a lot of mirrors. One day, a new girl joins her class, but something's off about Homura. She's cold, emotionless, almost everything she says sounds AI generated. She tells Madoka the most cryptic ass message that would require a linguist to translate. Later, Madoka is listening to the OP and hears, "Oh God, help me, she got a gun!" She runs off to discover a weird bunny cat thing being hunted by Homura. Madoka and her best friend Sayaka then skedaddle out of there, but suddenly, the shrooms from earlier start kicking in. Little do they know that they're in a witch's labyrinth, but are saved by Sailor USA, also known as Mommy. Yes, that is her legal government name. Kyubey, the weird bunny cat, sees Madoka's huge potential and asks if her and Sayaka want to become magical girls. Here's the deal. If you're a young girl, the Make-A-Wish Foundation comes around granting any wish you desire. In return, you get this neat soul gem, don't ask why it's called that, and spend the rest of your life having battles to the death with witches. And to think, they used to do that for free. Immediately, you can tell there's something strange about Kyubey because it keeps zooming in more and more, and damn, we get it already! Mommy has a problem. She has 0 friends, so out of desperation for companionship, she allows them to tag along on witch hunts to help them decide if they want to become magical girls. In case you missed it, she just died to a Cuphead boss, to which these two responded by holding hands in the most anime-like way. Kyubey, say something to them. Madoka, start Madoking. Before she can make her wish, she's stopped by Homura. Stop trying to become a magical girl! Another cryptic message. Sayaka has a widow crush on an injured violinist. Now, I don't know if she watched too much Your Lie in April, but clearly, she should have got some post-nut clarity before making life-altering decisions. Now a magical girl, she goes patrolling with Madoka, where they run into Kyoko, who have a battle of ideologies. Before Kyoko starts beating her ass, Madoka, stop crying. Oh, that looks like it hurts. Madoka, stop crying! Kyubey, say something to her. Get the fucking robot, Shinji! Sorry, I meant to save Sayaka. You should probably start Madoka. Stop doing that stupid shit! Don't become a magical girl! Another cryptic message.
絶対にお前の思い通りにはさせない。キューベ、いいえ。Incubator.
Is this what we call groomers nowadays? Only now do we truly learn how the magical girl system works. When someone becomes a magical girl, they die and their soul is placed inside the gem. If they use their power or fall into despair, their gem gets murky, with the only way to revert it being a grief seed, which are dropped from dead witches. If their gem turns fully black, the magical girl turns into a witch. This system exists because if girls become magical girls, then turn into witches, energy is released into the universe that the incubators collect to stop the heat death of the universe. And here I thought it was just Japan surviving on little girls. Sayaka then gets cooked by her best friend, turns into a witch where Kyoko sacrifices herself to kill her. Now, this is a problem for Homura, who's actually a time traveler that used her wish to redo meeting Madoka multiple times to stop her from becoming a magical girl and dying to a strong witch. When the witch does appear in the main timeline, Homura uses every weapon in Japan to stop it. She sure is lucky there's American bases over there. She may have failed, but that can only mean one thing. It's finally Madoka time, who uses her wish to erase all witches before they're born, essentially rewriting the universe, becoming a goddess who goes around killing kids for all of eternity. So never forget that Madoka died for your sins.
マドカって 誰だよ。
Madoka Magica is a very thematic anime, with many viewers coming away with a different belief about what its true meaning is. I'm not gonna pretend to be some deep symbolic thinker like other YouTubers are, but even someone like me can see the obvious themes. Having hope in the face of overwhelming despair, having good intentions will not always make people happy, and always get a lawyer before signing a contract from a weird talking space cat. The mystery of this world is what drives this anime from episode 1. You instantly know something is strange in this world because the anime came out 12 years ago and everyone spoiled it already. Each episode you discover more and more of the missing puzzle, tensions build, the atmosphere grows heavy. The more you discover about the magical girl system, the more you realize that this story is just a ticking time bomb and it's only a matter of time before every magical girl becomes a witch. All because these kids wanted their wishes granted. Really stupid wishes. Remember when Oolong used the almighty Dragon Balls to wish for panties? I would consider that a good wish in this world. These kids have no imagination. I would be trying to min-max my wish. Their wishes suck. Sayaka wished for her crush's hand to be healed, but not the rest of him. This one wished for a boyfriend just to break up. And you dumb bitch, idiotic dumb. Do you want to know what she wished for in Homoda's first world? She wished to save a cat. You traded your soul for a cat! But they are 14, so you can't be too upset at them. Except for the one that wished for a cheesecake! This anime has a small cast of characters, so even with 12 episodes, it gives you enough time to fall in love with them before they die. But out of all of them, Madoka has to be the most NPC of all of them. This actually works in the story's favor. By starting off as a default nice girl, it makes the pacing of her character development flow in a less Kazuya-type way. Not to mention, her mom dropped possibly the hardest quote in all of anime.
大人は誰だって辛いのさ。だから酒飲んでもいいってことになってんの。
Homura taught us that if at first you don't succeed, try again. And again and again and again. She may be the definition of can't end on a loss. Not to mention, Homura is really creepy, no, obsessive about Madoka. And this really shows in the movie. What it comes down to is that there are two wolves inside of her. One is mentally insane, and the other is gay. While Madoka represents selflessness, Homura represents selfishness. What the hell is she doing? Why is she talking like that? She wants to be Boa Hancock so bad. Now she's doing the Tokyo Ghoul meme. Regardless of her scoliosis, still the best character in the show. Now Sayaka, I hate her. Not because she's not a well-written character, but because I don't like hero characters that are in over their head. If I did, I'd go watch Goblin Slayer again. I'm not sure if she thought she was playing a Padme simulator, but how did you die to sadness in every single timeline?
後悔なんてあるわけない。
Later.
私ってほんとバカ。
Mami is one of the fan favorites, maybe because she's the closest one to a legal age, can hide guns in her ass, or because she has a compelling story about loneliness being the most painful thing in life. But mostly because she can hide guns in her ass. Yet, I will never get over the fact that she died to a witch that wished for a cheesecake like it was an Avengers level threat. When it comes to Kyoko, I have a bone to pick with her.
ここはね、私の親父の教会だった。新しい時代を救うには新しい信仰が必要だって本部からも破門された。
That's because he's starting a cult.
傍から見ればうさんくさい信仰宗教さ。
That's the textbook definition of a cult.
だからキューベイに頼んだんだよ。みんなが親父の話を真面目に聞いてくれますようにって。
Now you're making the cult.
でもね、ある時からくりが親父にバレた。とうとう家族を道連れに無理心中さ。
That was all a cult. Hey man, join my cult. Here's some Kool-Aid. But Lunar, she was probably just a 12-year-old kid, so she probably blindly believed her father. Yeah? Well, when I was 12, I was already 20. Oddly enough, so were they. I don't think I've seen someone groom kids this well since EDP was still on the block.
僕たちはあくまで君たちの合意を前提に契約しているんだよ。
See, Kyubey is a respectful groomer. The term incubator comes from a Latin word which means to lie, which is honestly the stupidest name for them. Kyubey actually didn't lie once. Every time there was a new discovery, he would just say, yeah, that's true. But why didn't you tell us?
Because you never asked.
No. He's got a point.
This was done for good reason. Look what happened when they discovered the truth. They broke down. Kyubey's race has no emotions, only caring about the facts, which is why they can't comprehend why they're hated when they clearly have no enemies. I find myself actually agreeing with Kyubey. I mean, how can you not? Look at it hit the plank. That is a trustworthy source. To better put Kyubey's logic into perspective, by sacrificing a few children, the entire universe survives. So honestly,
I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die.
it isn't just the anime that's original, everything is, especially the art style. Every witch has their own labyrinth with such a unique art style that I doubt I'll ever see again. This one is Picasso, this one just shows silhouettes, and this one looks like Elmo drew it. Shaft uses their traditional weird camera angles, making dramatic scenes that much more intense. The fights are insane, even if this one reminds me of that one Resident Evil fight. Despite only using subclips, the dub has a special place in my heart.
Ew, it's totally black. And now it's dangerous.
I never said it was good. Madoka Magica would go on to win numerous awards, including being the first original anime to win the grand prize for animation. Despite nobody expecting much, Madoka Magica was truly an anime that shattered expectations.
僕と契約して魔法少女になってほしいんだ。こんな結末を変えられるの。もちろんさ。
せめて一度ぐらい幸せな夢を見させて。
この世界って守る価値あるの。この宇宙のために死んでくれる気になったらいつでも声をかけて。
0 out of 10, not enough Madoking. Hello, very late Lunar here. You're probably wondering why it takes me 3 weeks to make a video, and well, there's really only one answer for that. Honkai Impact Star Rail, who actually offered to sponsor me, but I turned them down before I started playing the game. So, from one professional to another, I just have one thing to say. Please sponsor me, please, I need more roles, please!